What's up, housemates? It is me, your house mother, Lita Von Sleaze. I have said that in the past that I was going to be doing these tutorials weekly, and unfortunately I moved, and, well, not unfortunately, it was actually a horrible shithole place, so I'm much happier where I am. So, not unfortunately, but I did move, and then also I can't say no to a booking, so I made myself really busy over the last couple of weeks, and yeah, it turned into me not being able to do this video or being able to do this series of videos as frequently as I wanted to. So today we're going to get right back into it. Last video that I did in my tutorial series was a contouring video for your breasts, so you can find that on my channel if you go and take a look for it. In this video, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can block your eyebrows. I'm going to do this side with Pros-Aide. It's No Tack Pros-Aide. Comes in a bottle that looks much like that guy there. I use the No Tack Pros-Aide. It does come in other forms. You don't have. It doesn't really matter. You can use the cream. You can use the regular. You can. I think it's called Original actually. Or you can use No Tack. They all pretty much work the same, other than this stuff dries real freaking quick. The other side is going to be done with glue stick. I'm going to be using the typical drag queen go-to purple Elmer's glue stick. It is the purple glue stick that dries invisible, and then our last layer for our glue stick side will be done in Xtreme, just to make sure that nothing's gonna move. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. I'm going to start first of all by taking one of these alcohol swabs. Just make sure that there's nothing there. I'm going to probably be looking down for most of this video because that's kind of awkward to use the monitor. I'm realizing just now, which was my plan, but yeah, the mirror is way easier for me, so deal with it. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna go in with a regular spoolie here, disposable spoolie, and we're just gonna brush these hairs up, just to kind of get rid of any hairs that might just be sitting there loose. Now I'm taking my Pros-Aide No Tack. I'm going to give it a shake just to make sure it's nice and mixed. And here's what we're going to do. We're not going to take much of this. We're going to just take like a little, tiny bit. So all I'm doing is rubbing it right into the brow, and then I'm pressing the brow up into the direction that it grows. If you want to use the spoolie on the first pass to get it down, that's fine. I'll show you how to do that just now. The thing with Pros-Aide is it works really quick, so you have to work with it very quickly. Now you can take a little bit more, go over that one spot again, and then you're gonna move further down the brow and take this, if you want, and just brush it up. I don't generally do this because you don't have much time to work with it. That's one layer of Pros-Aide. Now, I'm gonna go in. The whole brow is down now. Okay, so I'm gonna take one more layer of Pros-Aide on my finger, just like this, and I am going to go in and just one pass right over the top. We're going to take our powder puff. I like to use the disposable ones. I'm using a mixture of Ben Nye Neutral Set and just regular Johnson baby powder. Excess. Tap that on there while it's still kind of wet, and you'll have a better result. While that's drying, I'm going to go in and do the glue stick side. Now you're going to take your purple glue stick, your Elmer's glue stick. I'm going back against the hairs, and then this way, and I'm just doing that about 2 or 3 times. And I'm going to take my spoolie, and I'm going to spin the comb up while I brush the hair down at the same time. Okay, so I've got one layer there. That's going to be a little bit wet, so I'm going to take our mixture of baby powder and Ben Nye, and just take off the excess powder on our Pros-Aide side. So I'm going back in, another pea-sized amount on my finger, and I'm going to dab, right across them. gonna wait a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about a minute or two, and I am gonna go back to the glue stick side. And I'm gonna go back in with my purple glue stick, and in the same direction of the hairs. While it's still wet, we're gonna go in with some powder, set that up. And because Pros-Aide takes way less time to dry, we can go back in the other side here and just dust off any excess that we did here before. So this is 3 layers of Pros-Aide now, and we are able to pretty much just put our foundation right over top of that if we want at this point, once it's color blocked, and then yeah, good to go. So I'm gonna leave that the way that it is right now, just to make sure that the powder's really off there. And I'm gonna give this glue a minute, then we're going to put 1 more layer over top of it, and then we'll get into foundation. I've done this enough times. I wasn't confident. I added another layer. So I've now got 4 layers of Pros-Aide, 4 layers of powder on my brow. I'm just letting this last layer cook. While I'm doing that, I'm going to take this layer off of here on the glue side. Alright, as I said before, I'm going in with the Xtreme glue stick by Elmer's. This one goes on clear and dries clear. And same thing as before, up. And then I'm going to give 1 swipe right across the brow just to fill in anything that might be sticking up. You know what, I'm going to put some on top too, just because that looks a little bumpy. And right in with the powder while it's still wet, just the same as we did before. Alright. Now, I'm gonna let the glue stick dry, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do foundation. Orange cream blend stick. What I'm gonna do is take that on a dry beauty blender. I'm just doing one of these and right on to the brow. Keep it kind of just in one spot where the blue is in your brow on your actual hairs. Okay, and then we're gonna go and do the same thing on the other side with the Pros-Aide. I'm going to go right in with powder. I'm giving this, that has been sitting there for about 30 seconds now, because I really don't want the glue to start to loosen up again. Okay? Alright, so that's been sitting for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go in now and I'm gonna dust off all that powder, like so. Alright, so now we're gonna go in with our foundation. I use Kat Von D. It is in the color Light 44. Take a beauty blender, and about that much, and I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. And again, I'm just using our disposable puff. And we're gonna tap, 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 tap. Do not swipe, especially if you're using glue stick, and especially if your beauty blender is wet. If you swipe over a glue stick with a wet beauty blender, you are going to loosen it, and you're gonna have some problems, honey. So don't do that. And there you have it. This is the finished product. It is covered. She's ready to be drawn on. She can get some eyebrows, stop looking like a crazy alien type of person or something like that. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button below. Please subscribe up here, over there. I don't know, it'll be on one side or down there. If you also want to go on to www.houseofsleaze.com, we have a boutique set up where you can buy all kinds of House of Sleaze merchandise. There are shirts that feature myself, Betty, and Nikki. All of the artwork is authentic, 100% original artwork done by Miss Betty Rebel. 1/3 of the House of Sleaze. So please, please, please check that out. Thank you so much for watching, housemates, and I will see you next week.